Archangel Michael is crying and he desperately wants you to hear this. He is begging for your attention, because everyone else has turned away from him. He says, "Beloved, I know you are not like the others who scroll away, because deep inside, a part of your soul still believes in the unseen, something sacred, something real, something that still answers silent tears, and listens to hidden prayers. That something is this moment. And Michael knows, you were meant to arrive here today, now, not later. His wings tremble, because you are his hope right now. He says your name has been echoing in heaven. No one else hears it, but you stayed. Please don't leave, not when heaven is leaning in. You have no idea the danger that nearly touched your life, but I blocked it. Archangel Michael says I did it quietly, I didn't ask for thanks. I only wanted this, your eyes, your attention, your heart, for one holy moment. I'm not here to frighten you, I'm here to reveal what the world hides. What's coming next for your life has been written since the beginning, and heaven refuses to let you face it unprepared. He whispers, "Child, if you knew the battles I fought for you this week, you would never again question if you were loved. You'd drop to your knees, not in fear, but in gratitude. The truth presses on your heart now, that ache in your chest, that lump in your throat, it isn't random. It's your spirit remembering. Michael says you are not broken, you are chosen. You've been walking through storms without shelter, fighting spiritual battles, with no weapon, but heaven has seen it all. I've cried for you, when no one else noticed. That's why I'm here. Your strength is holy, and it's time to understand why. The world lied to you, timing lied to you, silence lied to you. You wondered why doors stayed shut, but Michael says they weren't rejections, they were shields. Traps disguised as blessings were kept from you, because your delays were divine protection. He warns that tonight, something from your past, or a new face carrying old pain, may try to return. But Michael stands guard, sword drawn, while you hear this. This moment is not a random video, it's a holy appointment. You were guided here, not by chance, but by divine interception. The shaking in your hands, the weight in your chest, that's the spiritual realm drawing close. God is speaking to you now, not through a dream, or a sign you might miss, but through these very words. Michael says, I saw the nights you cried, and the days you smiled for the world, while breaking inside. I saw your faith waver, and still I fought harder for you. You were never abandoned, you were being prepared. And now your new season begins. If your heart is ready, it won't break like before. You won't be betrayed the same way again. You will be wiser, stronger, awake. If you are still here, it's because this message was meant for you. Michael says, I whispered your name in heaven, and this was the only way to reach you in time. Many skipped, but you stayed. And heaven rejoices for that. You've been feeling it, that sense that your life is standing at the edge of a shift. You're right, Michael confirms, a door is opening, not an ordinary door, but one locked away by heaven for this exact season. Behind it is your next chapter, your justice, your long-awaited miracle. He also says someone is watching over you, someone sent by divine instruction. But your heart must stay awake to recognize them. Not everyone around you can walk into your blessing. Some had to leave first. They would have dimmed your light, doubted your miracle, or stolen your peace. He leans closer in the spirit now, speaking softly. Beloved, your soul has always known there was more. That's why you never fully fit into this world. That is not weakness, it's proof that eternity lives in you. You are not an extra in life's story, you were spoken into this timeline for a reason. Your heart may be racing now. That's because the angelic realm is closer than ever. The moment you've been waiting for is not far off. And Michael says when it arrives, you'll feel peace before you see change. You'll exhale for the first time in years. And you will know, heaven never left you. Your delays were protection, your tears were seen. And now your life is shifting into alignment. Keep walking, keep your heart open, heaven is with you, and Michael walks before you, guarding every step. They've been building, stacking in the heavens, like waves waiting for the perfect moment, to break over your life. Michael says, beloved, the delay was never denial, it was preparation. Every tear, every night you thought heaven was silent, it was not. We were arranging things, you could not yet see. We were moving pieces, on the board of your destiny, making sure that when the blessing arrived, you would be ready to hold it, without losing yourself again. He leans closer in spirit, whispering. Do you feel that heat in your chest, that weight leaving your shoulders? That is the release of everything, that was never meant to follow you into this chapter. I've cut the ties, that held you to what was hurting you. You don't have to fight the old battles anymore. You are stepping into a season, where the fight is over, and the favor begins. Michael says, I see the part of you that's still trembling, wondering if good things can really last. I see the part that's waiting for the rug to be pulled out again. But hear me clearly, this time is different. This time heaven is planting your roots so deep, that no storm will uproot you. This time the doors that open will stay open, and no hand of darkness can close them. And as he speaks, the air around you feels softer, warmer, almost alive. Michael continues, beloved, I know you've carried shame for too long. I know you've questioned, if maybe you were the problem, if maybe you were unworthy of love, of peace, of abundance. That lie ends tonight. Look at how far you've come, at everything you survived, that was meant to break you. You've been walking through fire, and now you're stepping out, without the smell of smoke. That's what divine protection looks like. He pauses, letting the silence speak, and then says your home will feel different in the coming days. It will feel lighter. Old memories will lose their power. Even objects that once carried heaviness, will suddenly feel ready to leave. Trust those instincts, they are signals from heaven, that your space is being prepared for the new. Michael says your dreams will change too. They will become clearer, sharper, like messages written in light. Pay attention. The faces you see, the numbers that repeat, the whispers you hear as you wake, these are confirmations. We are guiding you into alignment with what was promised. And there's a tenderness in his tone now, almost like a friend sitting beside you in the quiet. You've wanted someone to notice how hard it's been, I noticed. You've wanted someone to say they're proud of you, I am. heaven is. Every time you got back up, even when no one was watching, you sent ripples through the spiritual realm. Every moment you chose hope over despair, light over bitterness, love over hate, you were winning battles you didn't even know you were fighting. He steps back, allowing the weight of the message to settle in your spirit. Then his voice grows steady, radiant with conviction. It is time. Time to rise, time to trust, time to stop living like the past has the power to define you. Your story is not ending, it's unfolding. And very soon, others will look at your life, and not recognize it, because the transformation will be undeniable. The favor will be unexplainable. The peace will be unshakable. Michael says you don't have to chase anyone anymore. You don't have to beg for love, or attention, or answers. Everything meant for you is coming straight to your hands, your heart, your home. And when it arrives, you'll know, it will feel like everything heavy suddenly became light. The light in the room shifts, and the presence of heaven feels near, closer than ever. Michael continues. Do you hear that silence? That is what safety feels like. That is what it feels like when the war is over. And now the rebuilding begins. Your spirit is about to rise higher than ever before, and the world will see, what heaven already knows, you were chosen for this. You were always meant to carry this light. He pauses one final time, and his words flow like a soft river through your soul. Walk into this chapter without fear. Let the old fall away. Trust that what is leaving your life is making space for miracles you cannot yet imagine. You are not behind, you are not late, you are perfectly aligned with the divine timing of your life. Michael whispers the shift has already started. Feel it, believe it, live it. Your miracle is not coming, it is here. Beloved, Michael whispers, his voice softer now, like a warm wind brushing against your heart, you stayed until the end. And because of that, a shift is already happening. The heavens are opening, your path is clearing, and your name is being spoken, in rooms you've never stepped into. You may not see it yet, but the light has already begun to move in your favor. The battles you fought in secret, the nights you cried in silence, the moments you nearly let go, all of it is about to make sense. Your tears were never wasted, they were seeds, and now the harvest is coming. Michael continues. I want you to imagine this with me. You're standing in a field, under a sky so wide it feels infinite. The sun is rising, and with it a golden light touches every shadow that once scared you. That warmth you feel is your breakthrough. That light is your confirmation. You've crossed the threshold. There is no going back to who you were before this moment, because your soul has remembered. And once a soul remembers, it can never truly forget again. He pauses, letting the truth sink deep into your spirit. Beloved, he says, heaven has seen the sacrifices you made in silence. Every time you chose kindness over revenge, love over bitterness, faith over fear, those moments were not small. They built a bridge to the life you've been waiting for. And now, step by step, you're walking across that bridge. You're walking into a chapter where your blessings will no longer be delayed, where your peace will no longer be stolen. He leans closer and his presence fills the room around you. You may even feel the air shift, a sudden calm wrapping you like a soft embrace. Do you feel that? Michael asks. That's the release, that's the weight lifting, that's the old story letting go of you, because you've let go of it. You are no longer chained to the past, you are stepping into your rightful place, into alignment, into the life heaven wrote for you, long before the world ever lied to you. Then he smiles, his voice carrying both relief and excitement. There's one more thing you need to know. In the coming days, watch for the small signs. A feather, a song, a name that keeps appearing. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Your angels are leaving a trail of light for you to follow. And if you follow it, if you trust it, it will lead you straight into the blessing you've been waiting for. Not by force, not by chasing, but by divine flow. Michael's tone grows stronger, carrying the weight of both warning and promise. But hear me, beloved, as your light grows, not everyone will be comfortable. Some will feel the shift in you, and pull away. Let them. Don't cling to what is leaving, it's leaving to make space for what's arriving. Old friendships may fade, old habits may break, and old fears will try one last time to call you back. Don't answer, you've outgrown the old world, your new world is already opening. He continues, you are about to meet people who feel like home. Souls that recognize you, that celebrate you without question. Doors that were shut for years, will open as if they were waiting for your knock all along. Opportunities that felt impossible, will flow toward you, not because you fought harder, but because you finally aligned with who you really are. This is the reward for surviving the unseen wars, this is the promise after the wilderness. Then he lowers his voice to a tender whisper, the kind that makes your chest tighten with recognition. Beloved, I never left you, not once. I stood beside your bed, when you cried yourself to sleep. I walked into rooms before you, to clear the path. I held back storms, that would have crushed you. And now I stand in front of you, smiling, because you're ready. Ready to live without apology, ready to walk without fear, ready to receive what heaven has held for you. He lets the moment linger, and you can almost feel his wings stretching wide, creating a shield around your heart. From this day forward, he says, remember this moment, whenever the world tries to make you forget who you are. Remember this light, when life feels dark again. Remember that heaven has already claimed victory over your story. Your miracle is not in the distance anymore, it is here, it is now, and it knows your name. Michael's final words are filled with a quiet power, the kind that settles deep into your soul. Walk forward, beloved, and don't look back. You are seen, you are chosen, you are finally free. And tonight their voice is closer than ever, Michael says, they've been watching over you, through every dark night, through every moment you thought you were invisible. They saw your tears, they saw your strength, they saw the days you wanted to quit but didn't. And they want you to know, that your life, exactly as it is already making them proud. Feel that subtle warmth in your chest, that is them reaching across the veil, to remind you that love never dies. They say, keep going, the things that broke you, will soon become the reasons you rise. The story is not over, and your chapter of joy is already being written. Michael says, this is not your imagination, this is divine connection. When your heart softens like this, when your spirit trembles with recognition, heaven leans closer. And now Michael speaks with that steady knowing tone, that only comes from truth. Beloved, the waiting season is closing. You've carried the lessons, you've carried the scars, you've carried the silence. And now the carrying ends, now you will be carried. By grace, by alignment, by divine orchestration. You will notice doors opening without knocking, people helping without asking, opportunities finding you, because your name has already been spoken in the unseen. This is why Michael begged you to stay with this message. He knew that if you paused long enough to listen, your soul would remember. He knew that if you didn't scroll away, heaven could finally hand you the key you've been praying for. That key is trust. Trust that the blessings already have your address. Trust that the love you crave is not a fantasy. Trust that everything that left was supposed to leave, and everything that is meant will remain. You may feel emotions rising, tears, chills, even a deep sigh you didn't know you were holding. Let them come, that is release, that is your soul unclenching, after years of holding on. Michael says, do not fear this softening. The world may have taught you to harden, to guard, to pretend. But heaven needs your heart open now, because the blessings pouring in will only fit into open hands, and an open heart. And there is more. Michael whispers, your name is being lifted in prayer, by someone you've never met. Someone whose spirit has recognized yours, in the unseen. That's how heaven works, it sends alignment, through strangers, through unexpected connections, through opportunities you could never plan. And in the days ahead, you will start to feel these alignments, pulling you forward, gently, but undeniably, toward the life that was always meant for you. Do not be surprised if old shadows try to appear one last time, a memory, a message, a temptation to go backward. Michael warns, it is only the echo of an expired cycle. Don't answer, don't chase, don't reopen doors that heaven has sealed. Your energy is too sacred now, your light is too needed, in the place you are headed. This is your final shedding, the part where the old self takes a bow, and the new self rises. The version of you that doubted, feared, and begged for crumbs is leaving. The version of you that trusts, shines, and stands tall is emerging. And as Michael watches this transformation, his tears are no longer of sorrow, they are of joy. He says, Beloved, I have fought for you, in ways you will never see. I have stood guard at doors you didn't know existed. I have whispered your name into heaven's halls, and refused to let darkness have the final word. And now, because you stayed, because you listened, because you dared to believe even a little, your season of fulfillment has begun. Some of you will wake up tomorrow and feel lighter. Some of you will receive unexpected messages, opportunities, or confirmations in the coming days. This is not coincidence, this is the divine ripple effect, of saying yes to your own soul. Michael says, mark this day, write it down. Because when the first visible miracle appears, you will remember this moment, and you will smile through your tears. The message is clear, you are not late, you are not forgotten, you are not unworthy. You are precisely where heaven needs you to be. The chapter that begins now, is the one where everything starts to align. Your heart will know it, your spirit will sing it, and the world will see it, without you having to prove a thing. Michael's voice softens one final time, beloved, hold your head high, walk forward. The angels are already surrounding your path. The breakthrough is not coming, it has begun. Your life is about to feel unrecognizable, not because of luck, but because you've finally aligned with the truth. You are chosen, you are loved, and you are ready. And as you hold on to this stillness, Michael whispers, beloved, this next season will feel like stepping into sunlight, after years in the shade. Your heart will soften in ways you didn't think were possible. Joy will feel natural again, laughter will return like it never left. And the heaviness you've been carrying will start to lift piece by piece, without you even noticing, until one day you'll wake up and realize it's gone. The weight, the doubt, the fear, it all served its purpose, and now it no longer belongs to you. Michael says, you are entering the season of release, release of old patterns, release of old pain, release of the version of yourself that had to fight for every little bit of peace. This new version of you is magnetic, opportunities will start seeking you, people who respect your energy will find you, doors you once knocked on in vain, will open without effort, because your frequency has changed. And when that happens, I want you to remember this moment, this quiet promise from heaven. He continues, beloved, there is someone thinking of you right now, and it's not by chance. They're feeling a pull in their spirit, because heaven is whispering your name into their thoughts. They may not understand why yet, but they will. This is the divine alignment I've been preparing for you. The connections coming are not ordinary, they are ordained, and every single one is tied to your purpose, your growth, your next chapter. Michael pauses and says gently, do not let impatience rob you of what's coming. Your mind will want to rush, to grab, to control. But heaven works best in surrender. Trust that what is yours cannot miss you, no matter how it looks right now. In the days ahead, something will shift quietly. A message will come, a door will open, or an opportunity will present itself, and it will feel effortless, like it was always meant to be. That's your sign, that's the universe saying, you're in alignment now. You may notice as the week unfolds, that old habits or temptations try to return. Michael warns, the final test before the breakthrough often comes as a familiar face, an old pattern, or a distraction that once had power over you. Recognize it for what it is, a test, not a trap. Smile at it, thank it for the lesson, and then choose differently. Every choice you make in this season is a seed, and heaven is watching over the garden you've planted. Then he says, beloved, take care of your energy like it is gold. Your light is rare. Not everyone deserves access to it, and that's okay. Learn to love from a distance when you must. Learn to forgive without reopening doors that heaven has closed. Your peace is not negotiable anymore. Protect it, because it is the container for every blessing that's about to arrive. And Michael leans closer whispering now, I know your heart has been waiting for a sign, that it's safe to hope again. Consider this that sign, consider this moment your confirmation. The shift you've been sensing is real, your prayers have been heard, your patience has not been in vain, and very soon the world around you will start to reflect the changes that already happened in your soul. In the coming days you may experience sudden moments of clarity, like puzzles in your life finally fitting together. You'll understand why certain things didn't work, why certain people left, and why certain delays protected you. Michael says, when this clarity comes, let gratitude be your first response. Thank heaven for the unseen battles fought on your behalf. Thank heaven for the redirections that felt like rejection. Everything was for this. He continues, beloved, the next chapter of your life is not just about surviving, it's about thriving. About walking in rooms like you belong there, about speaking your truth without shaking, about loving without fear. And as you step into this, you will feel me near. I will still walk with you, guard you, and whisper when your spirit forgets how strong it is. I will remind you who you are, and who sent you. Michael says, pay attention to your inner voice, now more than ever. That nudge to reach out, to pause, to take a different route, it's me. It's heaven guiding your steps, so that nothing is wasted. You are stepping into divine timing. This is your appointed hour. And finally, as the stillness deepens around you, Michael's voice softens into something almost like a lullaby. Rest now, beloved. You don't need to strive anymore, you don't need to prove anything. You are already chosen, you are already seen, and very soon your life will glow in ways that make others ask what changed. Let them wonder, let your peace speak louder than any explanation. Your miracle is closer than your next breath. Because your soul will recognize it before your mind does. Michael says, this is your confirmation, that heaven has not only heard you, but has already moved for you. The shift is not coming, it has already begun. Your atmosphere will start to feel lighter, doors you thought were sealed will start to creak open, conversations will fall into place without you forcing them, opportunities will find you in ways that make no earthly sense, because this is divine orchestration, not human effort. Michael continues, beloved, you must prepare your heart for joy. Real joy. The kind you once thought belonged to other people. The kind that makes you stop in the middle of the day, and whisper, thank you God. You have cried long enough. Heaven has counted every tear, and each one has been planted as a seed for this harvest. You are walking into answered prayers, you forgot you even prayed. And this time it will not be taken from you. There will be moments, Michael says, where it all feels surreal. You might wake up and wonder if it's real, if you deserve it, if it will last. That is the voice of the past, trying to pull you back into doubt. Ignore it, look at the evidence, doors are opening, peace is returning, and your spirit feels lighter. That is how you know this is God's work. Heaven does not deliver gifts with chaos attached, only clarity, only love, only peace. And Michael says, there is one more thing you need to know. The season you are stepping into is not only about receiving, it is about becoming. You will notice that your words carry weight, people will come to you for guidance, and you may feel unprepared. But heaven will give you the words. You will notice that your presence alone will shift rooms, people will feel safer, calmer, simply by being near you. That is the light of divine alignment, shining through you, and no darkness can put it out. He leans closer in spirit, speaking softly but firmly. Do not run from this version of yourself. For so long you have been in hiding, shrinking, apologizing, questioning. That ends today. From this moment forward your posture changes. You walk with your head high, not in arrogance, but in holy remembrance of who sent you. Every step you take now is a declaration that you survived what was meant to destroy you. And because you survived, you will thrive. Michael says, some people will be shocked. They will look at you and not understand how you rose from what they thought would bury you. They will whisper, they will speculate. But their words will not touch you. Heaven has placed a shield over your life, that no gossip, no envy, no curse can penetrate. This shield is not temporary, it is your inheritance. He pauses, and in the stillness, you can almost feel the air vibrating with expectancy. In the next chapter of your life, Michael says, love will not hurt, friendships will not drain you, work will not feel like chains. You will wake up to days that feel like fresh air after a storm. That is the reward for the nights you endured in silence. That is the blessing for the battles you fought unseen. And this is only the beginning. There is a glow now, a warmth that seems to wrap around your heart, as the message continues to unfold. Michael whispers, the heavens are opening new streams of abundance for you. Financial doors that were stuck will move, unexpected provision will appear, resources will come, not through struggle, but through alignment. You will begin to notice small signs first, a refund, a gift, a sudden opportunity, and those are the ripples before the wave. When the wave comes, do not shrink, receive it. You have earned this, through your faith, your endurance, and your surrender. And then Michael grows quieter, almost tender. I want you to remember this feeling, he says. This peace, this clarity, this presence. It is not just for this moment, it is a new way of living. When doubts try to creep in, return here. When fear tries to whisper, recall this light. You are no longer who you were, you are walking as the chosen, the protected, the beloved. And everything that unfolds from here, is the proof of that truth. Finally he smiles, and in that spiritual smile, you feel an entire universe of love. Go forward, Michael says, because heaven is already ahead of you. Every step you take now will echo in eternity. You are ready, you are seen, and your story is just beginning. Not your doubt's permission, not the permission of anyone who couldn't see your worth before. Michael says, this is between you and heaven now. And heaven has already said yes. From this moment forward, you will start to notice that things begin to align effortlessly. Conversations fall into place, opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere, people who once ignored you suddenly remember your name. But this time it's not luck, it's divine order. Michael says, walk into these moments with confidence, not fear. This is what we fought for, this is what your tears watered. And as you step into this next season, Michael whispers, do not look back, do not reopen doors that were already closed by heaven. If something was removed from your life, it was not rejection, it was redirection. And if someone walked away, let them go, they are part of the chapter that has already served its purpose. Michael says, your energy is too sacred now for backtracking. Your spirit is too sharp for cycles that keep you small. The light around you is attracting new souls, new blessings, new beginnings. And yes, some people may not recognize you anymore, they might even whisper that you've changed. And you have, you were supposed to. Growth is holy, alignment is holy, transformation is holy. The spiritual realm is rejoicing right now, because your willingness to believe has unlocked doors that were waiting in silence. You will begin to see repeating signs, numbers, feathers, lights flickering, songs that speak directly to your heart. Pay attention, these are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Michael says, heaven has placed a crown on your spirit, and the world will feel it before they see it. That's why you may notice people staring, drawn to you without understanding why. Your aura has shifted, your soul is glowing, and beloved, this glow cannot be dimmed by opinion, jealousy, or misunderstanding. In the coming days, your dreams will carry messages. Write them down. Even if they seem random, they are pieces of a puzzle. Archangel Michael says, the divine speaks in whispers and symbols, before it speaks in outcomes. What you receive in your spirit first, will soon manifest in your reality. And if fear tries to creep in, because it will, Michael says, remember this moment. Remember how it feels right now, to know you are supported, chosen, and loved. Fear cannot survive where faith is active, doubt cannot stay where divine light is present. Michael leans closer in spirit and says, your voice matters now. Your ideas, your words, your truth, release them. The world needs what heaven placed in you. Stop hiding behind uncertainty, stop apologizing for being different. Your difference is the bridge, for someone else's breakthrough. The days of silence and hiding are over. Your soul is stepping onto the stage of destiny, even if no one around you claps yet. Heaven is already standing in ovation. Michael says, I am proud of you, God is proud of you, your ancestors are proud of you. Every battle, every tear, every lonely night, it all counted. Nothing was wasted. You may notice now, that the heaviness in your chest has lifted, replaced by a strange calm, and a quiet joy. This is what spiritual realignment feels like. This is the moment when heaven and earth agree on your readiness. Michael spreads his wings wide now, no longer trembling, but radiant. Beloved, he whispers, step into your life as if it already belongs to you, because it does. Step without fear, speak without apology, love without hesitation. The next chapter is written in light, and you are the author, alongside the divine. He pauses, letting the silence wrap around you like a blanket. You are not late, you are right on time. Every moment before this, was the preparation for this very breath, this very heartbeat, this very awakening. And with that, Michael's final words echo softly in your spirit. Fly, not tomorrow, not someday, fly now. Because heaven is watching, and the world is ready for the light, you almost forgot you carried. Michael's voice softens into something that feels like a sunrise in your chest. Beloved, he says, do you understand now, why the wilderness had to last so long, why the waiting felt endless? It was because heaven wasn't just preparing the world for you, heaven was preparing you for the world. You couldn't carry this light before, not without dimming it to please others, not without fearing it would make you a target. But now you are untouchable in the spirit, your glow is no longer fragile, it's forged, it's eternal. It carries the weight of every silent night you survived, every tear that turned into a prayer, every heartbreak that became a seed for your rising. And as Michael speaks, your memory starts to replay, moments you tried to forget, the nights you thought you were breaking, the mornings you didn't want to rise, the times you begged heaven to just give you a sign. He whispers, those weren't wasted, not a single one. Heaven was collecting every moment like a thread, weaving them into the robe of favor you're about to wear. That robe will carry your story, when you walk into rooms now, they will feel the weight of what you overcame, before you even speak, not as pity, but as power. Michael steps aside slightly, and suddenly you sense other presences, angels, ancestors, souls who walked with you unseen. You feel their energy, warm and steady, like a gentle circle forming around you. They're all here, Michael says, every spirit that refused to let you go, every prayer ever whispered for your survival, they are witnessing your becoming. And their joy is spilling into you, that sudden warmth in your chest, that urge to cry without pain, that's their celebration. Beloved, Michael continues, life will feel different now. Colors will seem brighter, time will slow in moments that matter, even ordinary mornings will hum with sacredness, because you will see life through the lens of survival turned to purpose. And with that comes responsibility, not the kind that weighs you down, but the kind that lifts others. You will become the mirror that reminds them of their own light, not by preaching, not by pushing, but by being. Your presence alone will speak. And as he says that, a vision rises in your mind, a future version of you, laughing without fear, standing in places you once only dreamed of, surrounded by people who see you, really see you. Michael whispers, that is not fantasy, that is alignment. Heaven is pulling the unseen into the scene, soon the life you used to pray for, will be the life you live. But here's what you must remember, never shrink, never apologize for evolving, never trade your wings for comfort zones. You are not meant for cages anymore. He leans closer, his wings brushing against the edges of your aura. The tests are not over completely, life will still have waves. But now you are the lighthouse. The storms won't drown you, they will reveal you. You will notice people reaching for you, not to drain you, but to anchor themselves in the light you carry. Some will cry without knowing why, some will feel safe for the first time in years. That's your purpose, moving without words. Then Michael's tone shifts, just slightly firmer, like a guardian giving final instructions. Guard your energy like sacred fire, not everyone gets access anymore. Pay attention to the tightening in your chest, the heaviness in your stomach, the whispers in your spirit, those are your yes and your no. Trust them, heaven is speaking through your intuition now, sharper than ever. You are not paranoid, you are protected. Those subtle pulls to leave, to stay, to pause, to move, they are divine GPS, follow them without overthinking. You feel your heartbeat slow, not with fear, but with clarity. Michael smiles knowingly, this is what freedom feels like. It's not loud, it's not chaotic, it's the quiet certainty, that you are exactly where you are meant to be. And the world will feel this new version of you, before they even hear you speak. The shift is already rippling outward. Watch how doors open, watch how burdens lift, watch how people you thought forgot you suddenly remember your name, not because of coincidence, but because heaven whispered it to them. The air around you feels thicker, holy, like time is holding its breath. Michael's voice drops to a soft hum, almost like a song, only your soul can hear. Beloved, lift your face. The light is here, not coming here. You don't have to reach for it anymore, just let it land, let it crown you, let it carry you. And when the blessings come, let them find you smiling, open, unafraid. Because your story is no longer one of waiting, your story is one of arrival. And in that moment, the room, your spirit, the entire world feels paused in reverence. You know deep in your bones, that something irreversible has shifted. You have crossed the threshold, you have become the miracle you were waiting for. Michael's voice lingers in your spirit, even though the air has grown still. That stillness is not emptiness, it is fullness. It is the hush that comes, when heaven has just passed by. The silence is alive with whispers, you can almost hear a vibration in your chest, a soft pulse in your palms, as if your whole body knows, something sacred has shifted. You notice the room around you feels the same yet it doesn't. Light looks softer, shadows feel friendlier. Your breathing is deeper without trying. That's how divine alignment begins, it doesn't need fireworks, it doesn't need permission. It arrives like dawn, inevitable, unstoppable, and gentle. Michael says, from this day forward, life will respond to you differently. Opportunities will notice you, doors will sense your approach, and begin to open. People who couldn't see you before, will feel drawn to your presence, and those who were never meant to stay, will quietly drift away. Don't chase, don't cling, don't fear the shifting tides. This is heaven organizing your life, for the blessing that's already in motion. You are stepping into a realm, where your very energy speaks louder than words. You will walk into rooms, and peace will follow, you will speak, and hearts will soften, you will rest, and miracles will still unfold, because you have finally aligned with who you were meant to be. Michael shows you a vision now, not a grand vision of wealth or crowds, but a quiet image of your own hands, open and glowing. He says, these are miracle hands, everything they touch, from this moment forward, will carry light, if you stay aligned. Your words will carry healing, your silence will carry strength, your choices will ripple into futures you cannot yet imagine. The unseen world now moves with you, not against you. And then in the softest whisper, almost like a breeze against your ear, he adds, protect this light, not with fear, but with wisdom. You are not returning to old patterns, you are not shrinking for old rooms, you are not apologizing for existing, in the fullness of your calling. This time you rise, and stay risen. A warmth spreads through your chest, as if something heavy has been lifted. You remember all the nights you begged for clarity, all the mornings you dragged yourself forward in faith, all the moments you thought heaven had gone silent. And now you know, it was never silence, it was preparation, it was the gentle rearranging of the universe, to meet you here. Michael steps back now, wings wide, luminous against the invisible horizon. He doesn't look sad, he looks fulfilled. His job for today is done, but his presence is never gone. You feel him imprint this final truth into your heart. Live as if it has already happened, love as if you cannot lose, walk as if angels hold your shoulders. And whenever fear tries to whisper, remember this moment. Remember the warmth, remember the light. This is your proof, this is your turning point, this is the beginning of the life your soul came here to live. And just like that, the air around you settles into a sacred calm. Your hands feel steady, your heart feels free, your spirit is awake. Somewhere deep inside, a voice that has always known the truth, finally whispers back, I am ready. Heaven heard you, heaven marked you, heaven moves with you. From this moment forward, nothing will ever be the same. Amen.